What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, boo. I'm so excited to be back, y'all. Okay, so what happened was, we're going to be talking about it tonight. We're going to be talking about getting out of a rut. Okay, so I was in a funk, and I'm going to tell you what I did to get out of said funk. So anyways, I'm so excited to be here. It's your girl, Michelle Lawrence from LBC Branding. I help you stand out so that you can make your mark in the world. The way I do that is with my MARK method, which stands for mindset, authenticity, revenue, and knowledge. I do that via classes and courses and social learning, just like this. So what are you waiting for? It's time for you to make your mark. Okay, so yeah, we talking about getting up out of that funk, okay? Because I've been in one, and I'm so happy to be back. So anyways, of course, oh my goodness, there's folks in the house. What's up, my brother from another mother? What's up, Alec? Good to see you here. So glad you're here. So, but yeah, today we're going to be talking about getting out of that funk and doing all of the things so that we can get back on track. Okay, so I wanted to kind of like keep this short and to the point and kind of give you an update on the things that we've been talking about. And so we can get right into it. So why don't we do that? Why don't we do just that? Okay, so here, this is what we're talking about. Right? Oh my goodness. Look, have you ever been in some kind of creator's block where you're like, you know, you got stuff to do, but you just can't get it out of your brain, right? So today is a deep dive into some of the common things that creators kind of face, and it's called writer's block, and I have it. Well, I don't have it anymore. I kind of got out of it. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about how I got out of it. So here we go. Now, I can hear my brain. I don't want to hear my brain. There you go. Now, that's great. That's better. All right. So let's talk about it. You know that feeling when you're staring at your screen and you're like, right? You're just like, and the stuff just won't flow, right? Sometimes you can get stuck in a rut. Sometimes, your passion just disappears and your creativity just disappears. I know I've been there, and, we're going to pretty much talk about how I kind of got out of my creative funk. And so what I wanted to do, first of all, is this just to acknowledge it, right? By acknowledging the fact that you're in a funk, it's totally fine. It happens to everyone. And it's just one of those things where creators of all types, of all niches, all sizes, whether you're, creating on YouTube or in a Facebook group or wherever, we all kind of hit that brick wall, and it's like, it's just like ideas are running dry, right? So that's one of the reasons why I have a brick wall in the background of this graphic is because, there's that wall, and, sometimes you hit it. So, well, now that you recognize that you hit that wall, now what, right? So, the next thing you need to do is let's challenge it, right? Let's challenge it. It's not so bad. You remember, as much as it sucks, it's essential to remember that it happens to everyone. It's a natural part of the process. So, don't feel some kind of way about it. It just is what it is. So don't judge yourself for it. Okay. Just don't judge yourself for it. Anyways, the other thing I want you to focus on is that you can get over it. Okay. So we're going to talk about signs and symptoms of how you can get over said rut. Okay. So sometimes it could just be a lack of a motivation. You know it. When you feel it, right? When it's just like the passion is gone. Some people say don't work from passion, work from a different point, but when that happens, when that feeling leaves you. Another thing would be like when your mind just draws a blank. That happens to me a lot. And I'm one of these people where I have to work when things are flowing. I just have to, go ahead and get it all out of my brain so that, when I'm not in that flow state, I won't feel kind of, sucky about it, right? And then also too, where my procrastinators at? Okay, you know who you are. Yes, I'm talking to myself, me, because I never watch Netflix, but I was watching Netflix all weekend long, right? So where my procrastinators at? You know who you are. You know what you're doing. Sometimes you just just be doing the most, knowing you're supposed to be doing something else. Okay, so those are some of the signs and symptoms. You know who you are, okay? You know who you are. So anyways, so now let's talk about, I don't know what to do next, right? So what to do next? Right. Now that you've identified the problem, let's focus on solutions. Okay, we're solution oriented around here. We don't want to focus on problems. We're going to be focusing now on the solutions. So let's dive into those practical tips so that we can kind of get right into it. Okay, so how do you unleash that creativity? It's a good thing. It's a good thing. So one of the first things you can do is engage in meditation, right? Practice mindfulness and self-awareness. First of all, I recognize that, I took a break in July. I told y'all that the last time I was live. And I took a break in July and I just kind of slowed all the way down to the point where I just didn't do anything. I started to create some stuff and I was like, I'll just let this go. And then I let it go again and again. And I just, whatever. So I did some things for myself. I actually bought a quill. It's a beautiful quill and I should have had it right in front of me, but I'll show it to you. I'll go grab it and show it to you. But I brought a quill so that I can start writing and, so I can like journal and put some things down. And I just love a fountain pen. Fountain pens are amazing. So you know what, that's part of my journey. That's part of some of the things that I love to do because I like to write, but I just needed something different and something that I could like practice some mindfulness in. So I bought a new quill. I'll show you the new quill in a little bit, right? And then one of the other things that I did, this is crazy. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, so one of the other things that I did here was I did this, where I wanted to do something new. I wanted to start to change up some things on my channel and I wanted to try different things. So, I wanted to try different content and things like that. So I explored some new content formats, some new styles. And I so like it so far, right? So I'm focusing more on storytelling. I'm focusing more on like different types of tutorials and stuff like that. Of course, I blog a lot, but I want to maybe add some vlogs to it. That'd be something a little bit different. So I don't know about you, but for me, these are some of the things that I'm doing in my journey to kind of help me get out of that slump, right? And so it's so far so good. It's helping me, things are starting to spark and it's, I have some really great things coming down the pike. I cannot wait to share it with you. Okay. So the next thing that I want to share with you is maybe finding inspiration with other creators. So I am a part of a group of creators and I'm so glad we're back. We're back. Oh my goodness. And it's so nice to be able to talk to other people who are going through some of the same situations that you are, that you can kind of bounce ideas off of, and really they can help steady and focus you when you're out of focus. And so for me, those people are the Creators Pod. You know who you are. I see you. Okay. And so I really, love doing that. Another thing that I did also this week, actually yesterday, I spent some time talking to another creator. She has 2 YouTube channels And we talked about collaborations and things like that, and how we can tell our stories. We both love Canva, and we both love creating and doing things like that. And so it was really, really nice to be able to kick it with her and like talk about some more like creative things that we can do together. So that was one of those things that that was one of the things that I did to kind of kickstart my creativity. So, oh my goodness. I see you. Thank you so much, Alec. You missed the pod too. Yeah, I know, right? I know. I was like, I missed them so much, and I'm so glad we're back. So we got new episodes coming up soon. But one of the other things that I also did to help unleash that creative side of me was also stepping out of my comfort zone. Ooh. Now this one, when you just like some place because it's warm and cozy and it's, nothing hurts in this little area. It's called the comfort zone. It kind of sucks. I mean, it's nice when you really need it, but nothing growth wise happens until you step out of it. So I created this right here. Hold on. Wait a minute. Boom. Right. So yeah, you kind of have to step out of it. The comfort zone is really like a creativity crusher. It really is. So I have this graphic on my phone, and every now and then I'm gonna make this my home screen so that I could kind of look at it and be like, okay, look, you got to get out of this, right? So challenge yourself, right? When you're exploring topics or when you're exploring things that intrigue you or whatever, try to step outside of what you're used to doing, just to experience something new. You really kind of have to get out of these different zones. So you if you notice on the graphic, there's a comfort zone, then there's the fear zone. There's that zone where you're like, you know what, I'm a little scared to do it, but you know what? You might find excuses and things like that to not do it, but just push past it, and then start learning new things and start exploring new things, like a new hobby, a new skill. Explore different things until you get to that point where you're like in that growth zone. And that's kind of where I am, where I want to be. So, it's just a thing, right? So I challenge you as I challenge myself to get out of that comfort zone. And so we can push past it and get into that growth zone. Okay. So now let's talk about, those breakthrough barriers. How do you break through those barriers and get to the next step? Well, we could do things like creating, time management situations where we're like, all right, I know I have a time management issue. I know this about myself. And so now I have to schedule times to do things. And I already do that. But at the same time, when you're in a rut, sometimes you get laxed and not do things or whatever. And you give yourself a pass and you're like, you know what? Yeah, I'm just doing whatever. And so now I have to be a little bit stricter with myself, right? And do some goal setting. Speaking of goal setting, you want to set SMART goals. Okay. So SMART goals, meaning you want to make sure that they are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. So don't set yourself up for failure, because sometimes you can set your goals so high that you're like, it's not even, you can't even measure it and you can't even, get to it. So be mindful of these things when you're setting your goals. Okay. So the next thing that I have to do for myself is this: overcoming perfectionism and self-doubt. Perfectionism for me, not so much, even though I kind of like to run a tight ship and I like to, I'm very granular about certain things, but for me, the big one on this slide is the self-doubt part. That's something that I know I'm constantly working on. And so, come with me on this journey so that we could walk through these things together. Okay. And then the next one would be this embracing feedback and collaboration. So I already started doing that. Like I was telling you before, I met with my pod. Oh my goodness, we meet every week. So, our schedule is back. So it's kind of nice to be able to meet with my pod, where we talk about other creator type stuff. And then also, talking with other people going through the same thing that you're going through. You never know. They might have an idea that you could use. I mean, you don't want to be a copycat or anything like that, but it might get, you could get inspiration from some of the things that you share with your fellow creators. And then the other thing too, which for me is really, really important, is embracing those failures and learning from them. So what are some of the things that you learn from? Do you even look back at your failures and go, you know what, big learning curve here. This is what I learned from this experience. Now let's see how I can make it better. Have you done that before? I mean, or are you doing that? It's something that I think you should be doing. At least I'm doing it too. We can do it together, where we just kind of go back and look at what we did. What did you do in the last 3 months? That's kind of what happened. So what happened was I did a look back to my last quarter and I was like, woo. And then, so now I'm learning from what I did. See how I did that? Anyway, so I'm so excited. I'm so excited that, we got to kind of walk through some of these things together and, talk about like what the next steps would be and what we're going to be doing here in the future here at LBC Branding. We're going to be doing all kind of stuff in these streets. And I'm so excited that you're here to join me and just kind of come along the journey. So we were talking about, what we're doing moving forward. And I do actually have something that's hot coming down the pipe. But just in case you missed the last episode when we were here, this is what you missed.
In case you missed the last episode of Weekend Shenanigans, we talked about the need to clarify your value proposition to make your brand more cohesive and impactful. Join Michelle as she shares valuable tips and insights on refining and effectively communicating your value proposition. Together, we'll explore practical steps to ensure your brand makes sense and stands out online. Join us Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern for a live tutorial on our YouTube channel. You can find us everywhere at LBC Branding. It's time for you to make your mark.
Right. So yeah, just in case you missed that episode, that's what we talked about. So now we're building from that episode and we're moving forward. So anyways, I'm so excited. That we had a chance to kind of go over some things and some of the solutions that I am employing in my day-to-day, in my day-to-day work. So anyways, now let's get to the news. So we out here in these internet streets, and I had a chance to talk about this the last time I was on, but I'm working on a new project called What's Your Story? This is a workbook that I'm creating a course around where you can figure out some of the nuances of your story and figure out how to tell your story. So I'm so excited about this. This is one of my new projects. That project is coming soon, and stay tuned for info on that. Also, oh my goodness, this is another thing. Y'all saw the in case you missed it segment. Of course, this episode is on the replay. You can find it here on the channel. And then last but certainly not least, I want to say thank you to my viewers. Thank you so much. We hit another milestone and we have more to come. I'm so excited about what's coming. So we look forward and stay tuned to see what all we're up here doing up in these streets. Okay, so I did it in 30 seconds. I did it. Oh my goodness. that always trips me out. That always trips me out. I have 30 seconds to say all of the news. And so, you know what? I'm getting better at it. See, stepping out of that comfort zone. Anyways, what's coming up next here in, let's see, on these internet streets? Like I said, I'm back with my pod. Okay, I'm back with my pod and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And we have another episode that will be dropping soon. So you can see it right there. Check out the Creators Pod. We talk about all kinds of creator issues like the one that we're talking about right now. So I'm so excited about that. And, you know, that's going to be like, oh my goodness, we have so many things coming down the pipe. But right here on LBC, we've got like some different programming things coming up. So working out the kinks with all of that. So I'm so excited you were here and that you came to hang out with me so that we talked about, like, you know, how to get out of a rut when you're in a rut. And let me know if some of these things, if you've used some of these techniques to try to get out of your rut, or what are some of the things that you're using to get out of your rut, if you are in one, okay? If you ever were in a rut, let me know what you did, okay? Because you can help a sister out. Anyways, thank you so much, Alec. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. You know, I'm out here trying to be like you, bro. Well, I'm trying to be like me, but you know, I see your success, and you know, I'm very, very happy for your success. So anyways, yeah, so that's going to be it. And oh my goodness, we did it in under time. This is supposed to be short and sweet, a quick 30 minutes where we just kind of talk about, you know, things that can help you in your journey. And basically, I'm happy that you're along the journey with me so that you can kind of see my growth here on this channel. So I'm so excited to be here with you today. And of course, next week, we're going to be talking about some more stuff, but I'll be dropping some little gems on the community tab. So if you enjoyed this information, if you enjoy, you know, hanging out with me and, you know, just coming along my journey with me, you know, hit that subscribe button, right? Hit the bell notification, you know, come on back and set a spell. Okay. We're here every Sunday, starting today. We're here every Sunday at 7 p.m. Next week, oh my goodness, I was talking with one of my creator friends who's also a Canva champion like me. And we just got to talking. Oh my goodness, we talked for hours. And so she'll be my special guest next week. And we're going to be talking about, you know, different things that we love, you know, along this creator journey, you know. So anyways, I'm so excited. We are back up in this piece, and we about to get out this piece. Okay. So till next time, deuces.